Welcome back, you bunch of grease monkey maniacs. In this episode, we're going to be tearing apart the 2005 Ford Explorer 4.0 liter single overhead cam V6.
These are 12 millimeter or 12 an E12 torque socket, which I don't have. I ordered it and it hasn't come in yet, so I'm gonna have to wait to get this thing on the engine stand until after I get this flywheel off, or flex plate, not flywheel, flex plate. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to get off as much as I can. I've got it sitting on this pallet, and it's sturdy enough I can remove the crane hoist or the cherry picker off from it, and then when I get ready to put it on the engine stand, I can just grab it, from the motor itself. There it comes. Okay, I looked it up. This is the oil pressure sending unit. Now, before I pull that off, I'm going to try to catch whatever's going to come out. Being an oil filter housing, I'm sure there's going to be something that comes out. Well, not yet. May have to dislodge it with a persuader. Okay. And that has an O-ring. And nothing came out. Although I can hear it. So, put it over here on our oil drum, oil bucket to be drained later. Let's see. These need to come out. Trying to get it out of the way. Well, I cannot feel the end of that. All right, so what I'm doing is, or attempting to do, let me rephrase, is tap that guide pin. That should be all the threads I need. And what I'm going to do is stack up some washers so that I can press against the block. And I found a lug bolt off of an old Mercedes that I had. So I'm just going to stick some washers in here, and then I'm going to pull or push, maybe pull. All right, guys, I found it's called an E12, and mine's a 3/8 drive. I got it at Napa Auto, as you can see. All right, time to put the motor plate or motor stand plate on. I'm not quite sure if these bolts are going to work because they are only 90 millimeters long. And to be honest with you, I think that's a little short. And for these bottom ones, it would help to be at least 100. I think I'm gonna, see on the top, it's not open in the bottom, so you can't go too long. But I still think 100 millimeters would be good for all of them. 100 millimeters would work on this one, and 100 plus on the bottom. And I may wait and pick up some bolts. Well, inside the valve covers look really good. It smells like Valvoline. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Valvoline has a particular smell to it. I don't think that's what's been running it since I've owned it. But when I bought it, it had 200,000+ miles on it. I think it has almost 300,000 on it now. I'd have to go look to be sure. So don't quote me. Don't kill me in the comment section. Looks good. Not a lot of grime. The valve train on this side looks really good. I am really impressed. That cassette is tight. It doesn't look broken, so that's a plus. Very nice. Now it doesn't have any scoring on the cam lobes. These are a roller rocker, which is kind of nice. I always like low friction. So yeah, that looks good. I like that. Move on to the next side. Oh, by the way, these are 8mm, I believe. Yes, 8mm. Wow, again, super impressed. Not a lot of gungadin in there. Needless to say, the guy that owned this vehicle before me took care of it. At least he changed the oil. He or she, whoever it may have been. Not trying to be that guy. I'm going to bring you over here, take a look at this side. We can look at it together. Let's see here. Cam lobes look really good. Actually, I'm not seeing anything wrong. All the cassettes, both the front and the rear cassette, are in good shape. Well, let me find my Allen wrenches, pull that lift plate off, clean up the valley a little bit, and see about popping one of the heads off. Now, you don't have to have this motor plate. I made this because I didn't realize there were two bolt holes, one here and one here, that I could attach to. It was close to the firewall, and I've never, and I don't know if I've said this before, I've never done a Ford 4.0 liter motor. So this is my first time, so I don't know where all the lift points should be. There it is. Yeah, it's crusty. Oh shit, I bet this is lefty loosey. I mean righty loosey. And that's exactly what it is. It's reverse thread. There's one on each side. This is the rear one, and this is the front one. Let me show you the tensioners. This is the front tensioner, and this is the rear tensioner. I would imagine the front one has a bigger spring in it than the rear. Although, I don't think that's true. It might have longer travel. That's how it tensions. But everything timing related is going to get replaced. These plastic pieces, the chains, not sure about the sprockets. It's going to be hard to tell until I get it cleaned up. Now, sprockets too. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but you can definitely see and you can feel grooves and sharp spots on those gears. There is, I'm going to try to zoom in, right there. There's a lower one, it's behind that cover. All I'm trying to do is get the head off. So the cassette can stay there as far as I'm concerned. There it is. Alright, let's take a look at the head. That's what I'm more curious about than anything. And we should be this side too. They look good. Alright. Oh. Let's clean this off a little bit. I'm not seeing anything that just screams broken yet. The only thing about this one that I've noticed is this is the one where the top of the piston was orange, like coolant colored. That cylinder right there. So this is the one I was talking about. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has kind of a yellow orangey tint to it, where the other ones are more of a carbon black. Now this one you can see got a little bit of orange right here. That one's got a little bit of orange also. Now, whether that's significant, I don't know. All I can do is clean it up, look it over real good, see if I can find something obvious. Now here's the rear cassette, and it's worn, obviously. Look at that. But it's not broken. I don't see anything obvious. These surfaces look good. Of course, you don't know. I mean, good. I mean, I don't see any cracks in between the cylinders or between the cylinders and the water jacket on either side. The both heads look, you know, good. Don't have any bent valves. At least it doesn't look like it. They're all seated. I don't see any place here where it's been swapping water for oil or compression. Like I said, that one cylinder though, it's really baffling. Now they do, I will say this, all the pistons do have this orangey tint to them. And again, that would be, you know, used to Quaker State oils did that also. But this one was definitely clean. It's been washed, and that could be the fuel. So maybe that's it. Maybe it had a little bit of oil blow by. Geez. Until I get further into it, it's going to be hard to tell. But both these gaskets look good. I like the fact they're a triple. I think they're a triple. Yeah, it's a triple metal gasket, which I like. They really do hold up. And if you're running any kind of boost, that's a good gasket to run. And no, I'm not going to boost this thing in any shape or form. I'm going to rebuild it and put it back together and get this thing on the road. in these cylinders. So definitely not completely wore out. So that's so far so good.
All right, guys, I believe we're going to leave it at that on this video. We do have part 2 coming out pretty soon, so don't forget to subscribe. If you have something to add, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you are one of the 20+% of people who make it to the end of my videos, I want to thank you and let you know that once the channel hits that 1,000 subscriber mark, I will be doing a giveaway. I'm leaning towards some custom limited edition drink cups or coffee cups or both. I haven't decided, but stay tuned. I will show them on the channel as soon as I get some in my hands. So stay tuned.